federal prohibition, a lot of states allowing it causes lots of confusion and a lot of functional problems for the industry. Yeah, I'm Dan Mallinson. I'm an associate professor of public policy and administration at Penn State Harrisburg. Under the Controlled Substance Act of 1970, there's a 5-tier schedule of drugs or controlled substances. Cannabis appears on Schedule 1, which means that in the federal government's eyes, cannabis has no medical value and it is highly prone to addiction and misuse. So Biden ordered a review by Health and Human Services. They ended up recommending to the Drug Enforcement Administration that cannabis should be rescheduled to Schedule 3, a less restrictive level of scheduling. That is still under pending review by the DEA, now under the Trump administration. And so the pressure is now on the Trump administration to decide what it is going to do with that recommendation. And 38 states have what we call comprehensive medical marijuana programs. So that means that you can, there's a way to access the cannabis, whether through dispensaries or you can grow it at home. There are other states that have, like Texas, that have really restrictive, what we call compassionate use programs, where some people can access cannabis, but it's not very broad. But there's 38 states with medical, and now there's 25 states that have adult use recreational. So in those states, anyone over the age of 21 can buy cannabis for whatever use they would like. So changing to Schedule 3 would cause several things to be easier, but it would not change everything. So what would be easier? I mentioned banking. So if it's banking is a big issue, also tax deductions. So businesses get tax deductions for all kinds of things if they have losses, if they invest in their infrastructure. Cannabis businesses under federal tax law, because of Schedule 1 status, can't get any of those deductions like any other business can. Laws that basically restrict lawyers from giving legal advice to illegal operations like the mafia, those apply to lawyers giving advice to this, again, legal industry in the States. Another very significant one is research. So research is highly limited with the Schedule 1 status. Lots of details I could go into there, but it's just very difficult to do research. So we have this sort of cat and mouse problem of, you have legislators who say, well, show me the evidence of medical value of cannabis. Well, federal prohibition makes generating that evidence really difficult. What would not change is the state programs, the medical and recreational programs, would not suddenly be legal federally, because Schedule 3 drugs would still have to be approved by the Food and Drug Administration. So there are proposals in Congress for many different ways to approach cannabis. Some have proposed to treat it like alcohol nationally and regulate it that way. Others have said, you know what, we're just going to leave it up to the states. We're going to get rid of prohibition, but let the states do what they want to do. Some states can prohibit, others can allow it, et cetera, right? And the federal government's going to really take a hands-off approach. Those solutions are still going to be needed. Congress is going to have to decide which way it wants cannabis to go nationally, even if the administration changes the status of cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3.